You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony.
Having sifted through everything I now know about the tiger's wife, I can tell you that this much is fact. In 1941, in late spring, without declaration or warning, German bombs started falling on the city and did not stop for 3 days. The tiger did not know that they were bombs. He did not know anything beyond the hiss and screech of the fighters passing overhead, missiles falling, the sound of bears bellowing in another part of the fortress, the sudden silence of birds. There was smoke and terrible warmth, a gray sun rising and falling in what seemed like a matter of minutes, and the tiger, frenzied, dry-tongued, ran back and forth across the span of rusted bars, lowing like an ox. He was alone and hungry, and that hunger, coupled with the thunderous noise of bombardment, had burned in him a kind of awareness of his own death, an imminent and innate knowledge he could neither dismiss nor succumb to. He did not know what to do with it. His water had dried up, and he rolled and rolled in the stone bed of his trough, in the uneaten bones lying in a corner of the cage, making that long, sad sound that tigers make.
Tea Obreht was born in Belgrade in the former Yugoslavia in 1985. She moved to the United States when she was 12 years old. Her writing has been published in The New Yorker, Zoetrope, All Story, and The Atlantic. Her first novel, The Tiger's Wife, won the 2011 Orange Prize for Fiction. Thank you for joining me, Tea.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, this book is so filled with intimations of the fantastic, and it's like a wonderful fantasy in many ways, but it doesn't read like a fantasy. And I really love that sensibility that you've cultivated, and I'm wondering if that's kind of the way you see the world around you, if you see the world around you in omens and intimations of things that come or symbols rising up from the past.
You know what? That's a great question, and the first time I've been asked it, and I think I do, or I realized that I do in the process of writing this book. When my grandfather died, I went through like a huge crisis of not just this idea of there's he's dead and he's gone, but also the fact that death exists for all of us, and what now? And I had been raised in this way where I'd been raised with 3 religions.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?